Hello summoners, welcome back to the channel, and today we will be taking a look at one PvP fight. Now I will say this, the public PvP mode is kind of weird. Like sometimes initially I was trying to find a match, I find the match, we go through everything, but before the first fight starts it just disconnects and it ends up being a draw, but you still lose the energy. And like 15 energy, it can definitely add up. It happened to me 2 times in a row, and after that I was like, yeah, this is a waste of time. But later in the day I tried it again and it was working for me, but there were still some weird things happening. Like it was showing me that my opponent picked a certain defender, but when the fight starts it was actually a completely different defender. And one time how that kind of screwed me up was I was supposed to be fighting Ultron, so I picked Medusa, and then it ended up being like someone who was armor break immune. So from it being a good matchup, it became a terrible matchup. So yeah, that kind of is weird. Now we didn't have these bugs in the CCP beta, and we are still a few months away from the official proper release. This is still a beta version for the public, so I'm hoping that all of these things they get resolved before the actual game mode comes out. And yeah overall I still feel the same way, that this is a very fun game mode. Now the best thing about this game mode in my opinion is that it doesn't take that much time compared to something like incursions and stuff like Alliance Quest, Alliance War, that go on for the entire day. You have to log in a few times, you have to always keep thinking about it and stuff like that. In PvP, when you're free, you can do a few matches, or you can do a live stream and go do a lot of matches. The energy cost, it has gone down. It still feels a little bit higher to me. Maybe if you are someone who has done everything in the game, all you have to do is the event quest and the side event quest, then maybe it's fine for you, because some of the side event quests don't even take energy these days. Some of them do though, but a lot of people are still slowly working on exploration and stuff and story content, and that takes decent amount of energy. So I'm not sure how I feel about that. The rewards are definitely going to be huge. I really want the best rewards in the game to be attached to PvP. Like if you remember when Alliance for Seasons came out, everybody went crazy after the rewards. That is what I want from PvP rewards. I do not want something like what happened with Incursions, that it is a fun game mode, but because the rewards were never really that exciting, people just kind of like I know a lot of people, and I am one of those people who pretty much just ignore the fact that Incursions is a game mode in this game. And yeah, like you're all out of gold sometimes, but that's pretty much the only problem. PvP, I think this is a game mode that will teach you a lot of things, because a lot of interactions are going to happen. Again, I don't know, I think most people just know about the champions that they have, the top, I don't know, like 12ish champions who you use in quests and Alliance Quest and Alliance War. You know all about those champions, but there are over 200 champions in the game at this point, and PvP will kind of force you to know about the game more. I am planning to have Aunt May open at all times in like one tab, because a lot of time I was like, is this champion immune to this certain thing and stuff like that? Can this champion counter this node? And I did notice that PvP, it just requires a lot of characters in general. Like before, when we just have Alliance War, Alliance Quest and event quest and stuff, you needed like 5 champions on defense, 3 for AW, 3 for EQ, 5 for questing maybe, and that's pretty much it. You don't really need 30-40 champions ranked up and stuff. But now, because of PvP, I didn't have that many defenders ranked up. Like I had 5-6 good defenders at higher ranks, but after that, because those are the defenders that you place in Alliance War. If you're talking about rank 3, rank 5 stars, I still have a decent amount of rank 5 stars that are decent defenders. But I don't know, like when we like PvP will make me rank up a lot of champions that I wouldn't otherwise rank up, and that might sound like a bad thing, but in my opinion it's a really good thing, because a lot of times these days champions come out and I'm like, yeah, they're good champions, but I don't really need them. But because of PvP, I would want them now, and I might grind for them, or open featured crystals to get them as early as possible and stuff like that. And yeah, that makes me interested. Like PvP in general will make me more interested in newer champions and stuff like that, the meta. And a lot of times, people who have never been officers, they don't really care about the defense aspect that much. You place whatever your officers tell you, and that's it. You maybe rank up some defenders and that's it. But now, because of PvP, when you have to think of all that strategy, I think it is an important aspect of the game. And a lot of times in these matches, it's not about the individual skill and how you play that match, but is the selection of what fight you gave your opponent, what champions you have to counter your opponent's defender. And like here, Tigra is going to be, I'd say, above average defender at least, because her special attacks can be they can catch you off guard. They have massive reach, and you don't really know when they're done. Like if you haven't fought Tigra that much, at this point you might think that she's done and you dash in. It's a very long special too, and it's unblockable at certain times. So overall, like, her moveset is kind of weird. Overall, I don't think she's a hard defender, but her moveset can catch you off guard if you're not used to fighting her. So yeah, stuff like that can make certain champions decent defenders. Now, like the interesting matchup with Nick Fury and Void. Now I'm not sure what the other person was doing, because you can't really see the gameplay, but I have used Nick Fury in a few matches. And what I did was, because you just have a 2-minute timer, and when I'm using a 5-star Nick in first phase, and also note that we have masochism global node here, like this, it was coming pretty close. So what I did was intentionally take some hits and go to the second phase at like when 20 seconds left or something like that, like in such a way that I ended the fight at a decent amount of health, but at the same time I got some pretty massive damage at the end, so it didn't come close. Like you have to, it's kind of a tricky, you have to also see that you come out with decent amount of health, and you also have to manage the time. The first goal should always be to solo the particular fight, and everything else is secondary. Like timing out sucks, and it will happen a lot. I timed out with Void versus Killmonger. Again, with masochism, it's not the worst matchup. I was using Void against someone else, and because of the bug, it happened to be Killmonger, and I was like, okay, I can do it, and I was kind of doing it. It took him down to like 20% health, and then I just timed out. But that's gonna do it for this one. Thanks for watching. Have a nice day. Like this video. Do let me know how you think about the PvP, and yeah, stay safe. Like, share, subscribe. Bye bye. Have a good one.